Alright, it's been a really long time since I've uploaded a video, but I do have a good reason for this. I was sick, which as a result made my voice sound a lot more annoying than it usually does, but I'm better now, so here's a video that a lot of you have been waiting for, the final installment of the system analysis, Awake. But before I start with Awake, I should catch you up with some of the other stuff that's happened with the system. Also, before you watch this, you should watch my Cave of Shadows analysis and my NS0 MNBY analysis, otherwise this probably won't make sense to you. In the NS0 MNBY analysis, I mentioned that I did not know what these numbers on the screen meant. Well, Creepypasta Archives informed me that it was a cipher that, when decrypted, would bring you to this MediaFire link. This is the same link that I mentioned in my Cave of Shadows analysis, where the password to the file was Scaretheater Nightmind. In the zip file, there is an audio file. I wasn't fully able to understand what was being said, but there is a transcription of what roughly was being said on Reddit. Anyway, in my NS0 MNBY analysis, I also mentioned that Elias Doyle found a box that he said he would open during a live stream. By the way, if I didn't make it clear enough in my last video, Elias Doyle is definitely one of the creators of the ARG. Anyway, I did watch his live stream, and he didn't even open the box until 30 minutes in, but when he did finally open the box, there was the dice from the Experience game, a VGA cable, an SD card, a floppy disk, earphones, a bottle cap, 2 keys, a small wooden wheel, scissors from the Mr. Giraffe videos, a missing link puzzle, a 2 of clubs card which was burned on the end, hair inside of a plastic bag, and 2 letters. The first letter is a very long one, but it does bring some answers to some of the questions we have been asking. The letter, which is written by NS0 MNBY, states that the correspondence video was actually not his initiation into the system, which pretty much debunks the theory that I had on it. At one point, he's about to say what the correspondence video was, but the audio cuts out due to streaming difficulties, so we don't actually hear it. He also uses this letter as a way to address a lot of the assumptions we made about Michael Dunhee. He says there is no actual connection between him and Michael Dunhee, but rather, he identifies with him. He goes on to explain that when he was younger, he was kidnapped, depicting an event similar to that of which happened in the Cave of Shadows broadcast with the Penguin. He explains that after being kidnapped, a man took him to a camp nearby, but doesn't tell us the exact reason. He also notes that he heard that his parents killed themselves after he went missing. This pretty much concludes the letter. The second letter is much shorter. It appears to be written by a scientist or a researcher of some sort, talking about the success of some type of experiment in which they don't actually have evidence for. On the SD card Elias received, there were these pictures. One was a picture of him sleeping, which was implied to be taken at 1:09 AM. The second was a picture of him when he was younger with the caption, "We have always been with you." There was also a video on the SD card. The video depicts a huge crowd of people cheering before lighting a huge fire. At the beginning of this, we can also hear a voice say, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fall celebration."
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fall celebration.
So this was obviously the fall celebration that was redacted from the second Cave of Shadows broadcast. The bottom of the box that Elias opened just says, "We hope you enjoyed your reward. We'll be paying you a visit. 4:30. I'm assuming 4:30 just means April 30th. And that pretty much catches you up with most of what happened between my last video and now. So without further ado, here is the analysis of Awake. Awake is one of the most recent YouTube channels created that is a part of the system. As of right now, there are 35 videos on it. I'll be covering most of this, but not all of it for the sake of not making a video that is too long. The first video on Awake is just titled Awake, and it just shows text saying, "Who are you? Are you a contributing member of your society? We are all the same, you are nothing." The next video, Reality, is a bit more interesting. The text in the video says, "Are you awake? Question your reality. Your existence is a lie. Come with us." Then we are shown Binary that was too distorted for me to read. What is interesting about this video, however, is the sound. You can very clearly hear wavy static-like noise in the background. I remember hearing the same noise when I saw a video about the hidden frequencies in Lavender Town a while back, in which the song was actually put through a spectrogram, so that was the same thing that I did with this. When you put the audio of this through a spectrogram, you'll see text that reads, "Hello, can you hear me? I can hear you. Are you there? I'm here. Sounds, noises, sounds. Goodbye, sleep tight." The next video is titled Puppet. It just shows text reading, "Society is broken. You are a puppet." And the video after this one, Hiding, shows a blurry forest with some dude inaudibly yelling something in the back. And then it cuts to a baby, and text reading, "We just want to fix you," appears. The next video is called Era, and it just shows a bunch of distorted videos before showing us text that reads, "A new era. Come. Are you awake?" Running this video through a spectrogram will reveal the words reality, you are nothing. Question your reality. Are you real? We are a new era, join us. The subsequent video is named Hiding 2. It shows the same forest in the first hiding video, and then it cuts to whatever this is. We're then given some more coordinates. These lead to a random area in Kazakhstan. The video ends by showing a string of characters which translate to come with us in hexadecimal. The next video, Monitor, shows these numbers. They don't actually have much meaning anymore. It was just a number of a post on 4chan that involved the system, but obviously that post is gone now. Running the audio through a spectrogram will reveal the words, we are here, why don't you visit us? You should not be awake. I'm going to skip ahead to the video Home. In this video, the person holding the camera is walking around an abandoned building. At the end of the video, there are two strings of binary which translate to the names John and Thomas. These might be the names of other people in the system. The next video is 56D6F686. If you reverse the title, it translates to Home in hex. The video just shows some kid pushing someone on a swing, while someone else just sits there still on the swing beside them. Eventually, we're shown more reverse text that translates to Lost, and more that translates to Still Waiting. After this video is one titled Cold. It first shows text reading, it's getting cold outside. Too bad you can't come inside. We're watching you, you can't leave. We're then shown this long string of text that translates to enjoy the weather in Kazakhstan. If you reverse the audio in the video, you'll hear someone saying, we are here, come, several times. If you put the audio through a spectrogram, you'll get this jumbled up text, but when you unscramble it, it will say, someone isn't easy, killing some. However, if you change the order of these words, it might actually mean killing someone isn't easy. The title of the next video is just a string of base 64 that translates to a string of hexadecimal, which, when reversed, will translate to waiting. The video just shows a swing set at night, and eventually, we're shown a backward string of hex that will translate to we are not the enemy. Skip ahead to the video Danger. The video shows a string of hex that translates to you are in danger, and later we are shown another string of hex that translates to Kazakhstan. The next video... Alright guys, I can't do this. Alright, please don't cut my balls off for this, but I have a confession to make. I really lost interest in this whole ARG after watching Elias Doyle's unboxing, and I'm finding this whole Awake analysis to be really boring and non-motivating. I don't know if you've noticed, but literally every video on this channel is pretty much the same. They all just have some cryptic text on the screen in base 64 or hexadecimal, and in every video they almost always translate to exactly the same thing they did in the previous video, so nothing new is really happening. There is a point later on when the topic does briefly change, but even then it reverts back to this repetitive pattern. I'm not the only one who thinks this either. I really didn't want to make this video, but I promise you guys I'd make this analysis, and so many of you have been requesting it. But the fact of the matter is, I really can't make a good video about something that I have no interest in. I liked this ARG at the beginning, but now I'm not so sure. So yeah, this is the last video I'm making about the system, and I probably won't cover ARGs too much anymore either. I still want to analyze creepy YouTube channels, but not ARGs as much anymore, since they're kind of getting old. If you guys still want to continue playing this ARG, that's totally fine, but I'm out for now. So, sorry if this is a letdown, but in my eyes, this kind of does analyze Awake as a whole, since not much else different from what I already explained happens. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side. Next video will be out soon, everyone.